Hey guys, I wanted to do a really quick video on some of the terrain I'll be 3D printing for the upcoming Star Wars Legion, where I got these files and where you can get them as well. I apologize in advance, I am not a videographer, and it will probably show in this video. In addition to that, for the mess in the background there, I apologize for that. I'm in the middle of a Imperial Assault campaign with my son and didn't want to pick it up. But today I'll talk a little bit about these files, where I found them online, how you can get them. Of course, if you have your own 3D printer, you can do your own 3D printing of these files. If you don't have a 3D printer, you can, of course, contract with somebody to print these for you. Or more and more, I'm seeing a lot of local libraries that have access to 3D printers, and typically you'll just pay the cost of plastic. So that's an option as well. If you don't have a 3D printer, you're not out yet. So I'm going to go one at a time here and just kind of talk about some of these files. Of course, I've got the for scale the 28 millimeter Imperial Assault guys for comparison. So keep in mind that I think Legion is supposed to be 34 millimeter, and you know, you can keep in mind what that comparison is going to be. First one, we got a DF9 turret. This thing is awesome. This was from Imperial Terrain. The head swivels, it prints in 3 pieces. The barrel comes out, you know, you can take the top off, whatever. Also, I'll mention that most of these are right off the printer. You know, I haven't done very much cleanup. I certainly haven't done any sanding. I'll make a note I'll let you know if I come across a model that does have that. But I think almost all of these are basically right off the printer. In some cases, they had support and the support was removed. But this is a really cool, detailed file. I can't recall how much it was. I think I bought it as part of a set. But it was, you know, Imperial Terrain. Not only do the models look good, but his prices are great. And this turret is just awesome. If you want to go for the free route, this is one I got off of Thingiverse. And this model was free. And another DF9 turret. Again, the head spins. And this one looked really cool. The top pops off, the gun comes out. And, you know, Imperial Terrain is more detailed, but also uses more plastic. It's simply a bigger model. Oops. And it also didn't print hollow. So you're going to use a little bit more plastic, but you do get a little bit more detail as well. So both of those super, super cool models. Next one, an escape pod, crashed escape pod. I found this model on Thingiverse. I think you would search Star Wars escape pod or something like that. I think it would look great on the play field, especially if you had a couple of these, and you know, you're spawning guys out every couple rounds or something like that, to represent crashed space pods or something like that, escape pods. Really cool model. I really like that. I'll be printing several of those. Again, that one was from Thingiverse. Another Thingiverse model are these shield generators. I've printed quite a few of these so far, and has been mentioned in the comments several times. You know, obviously they're not to scale. They'd be huge. My table that you can see right here is over 6 feet long from end to end, and it's over just under 4 feet wide. So I don't know what the recommended play field is for Legion. It's probably 3x6 or something like that. I can print these a little bit bigger. I don't know that I will, though. I don't want them to dominate the playboard unless you're just trying to have a battle that's taking place in a shield generator section or something like that. So these are big enough for me, and you know, obviously you can put several of them together. Just got the 2 there. Next one is another one from Imperial Terrain. This was I did actually paint this one as just kind of testing a color scheme, as well as some texturing patterns and such. I think it looks great. It does. You'll see a couple slots right over here, and over here it has doors that I haven't painted yet, and they slide in there. I think it probably got some paint in there or something why it didn't go right in, but this slides right in. The dome comes off. Bring it over here, and you can kind of see some of the detail on it. This is a really cool model. Again, this is from ImperialTerrain.com. Guy's super friendly, makes really cool models. You know, go buy some from him. He's done a really good job here. And then the dome just, you know, comes back on. And this was a test one. If I were to do it right, you can kind of see the 3D print lines in there. You know, what you would do is you'd probably spray this with filler primer or sand it down or something like that, so that your train looked 100%. That was just a test one for me. And of course it comes with doors that I haven't yet done. Really, really, really cool model. Another one from Imperial Terrain that I think it's called a Vaporator or something like that. And it comes in a couple different pieces, and you just put them together. And that's just a cool model. You know, that just looks great. Let's just do another one from them as well. I haven't painted this one yet, obviously. I printed it in white. Looks great. This is what's called a desert urban dwelling, I believe. And it prints in 2 pieces. Top comes right off. You know, it's nice and hollow, so it doesn't use up a ton of filament. Just another cool model. Doesn't have a door that comes out on that one, though. Lid fits right on. I think he has a painted one of these at his website, again, imperialterrain.com. I think he also has an Etsy store. So just a fabulous model. Really cool. Super, super cool. To the next one. This one is called a sandworm. This is not. This is from a company called Printable Scenery. And let me put up a guy here for by comparison. Again, keep in mind that Imperial's Legion's going to have 34 millimeter. But I just love this model. Look how well it prints. I mean, you can't even see any lines. All kinds of teeth and everything in there. Now, this I don't think is supposed to be a Star Wars. I mean, it's probably Star Wars inspired and everything, but I think this would make a great model if you had 2 or 3 of these, and you know, you know, negotiating your guys across the field, and then have stats for the worms or something, or have them randomly appear or something like that. I think that'd be a cool thing. Another one from Imperial Terrain. This guy's got some really cool crates and storage stuff. I particularly like these because I think if you had like 10 times the amount that I have here, you could make a really cool maze and have your guys navigating through there, and it creates some really interesting line of sight problems. So he's got all kinds of crates and barrels, or not barrels, but storage containers. And in addition to that, he's got individual ones that don't print on a base here. And let me just pull over some of these. Well, we'll just go over here real quick. Grab them. And I can't remember what all the names of them are. Some of them, I think these are fuel canisters, just your regular storage bins, you know, stuff like that. You even got some, you know, pipes that are coming up out of the ground here. Everything prints really good. You know, you throw this on a house or a vehicle or something like that for air, whatever. All right, so that's all those. So you got tons of options. Again, that one was Imperial Terrain. Here's some mountains that are from another company called Dragon Lock, and this is from, I just printed these, so it doesn't look quite right, so I'm missing a piece here. Let me get these guys over here. But I thought that would be kind of interesting barriers. When you paint these up, it looks particularly good. It's a fantasy line, Dragon Lock, but I thought, those would make some kind of interesting, like if you were fighting in a canyon or something like that. So I'll probably be trying to modify those to work with my Imperial Assault, or I'm sorry, with my Legion. Cool. Here's another cool model. This one is from, oops, these pieces aren't glued on yet. This one is also from Printable Scenery. It's called Satellite Installation, I believe. And it's just really cool. You can see I really like that chain effect, or that grate, steel grate there effect. I think if you painted this up, this would look great. It's got this thing is supposed to spin, the satellite installation here, as well as the satellite itself articulates and moves up and down and stuff. Really cool model from Printable Scenery. I really like that one. It looks great. We already did that one. We did that one. Here's another one from Imperial Terrain. Let me back up here. This one, I believe, is called the Desert Tower. Again, with all their models, the lid just comes right off. You know, and you can kind of see. Let me put that around. This one needs some cleanup, but you can see, I mean, this is, I removed some support. I printed it with support. I think he says it doesn't need support, but it had some angles on there that I thought, I'd rather not chance it. So I did print it with support. Looks great. I think if you you think about that painted up in some kind of cool texture and weathered, you know, that tower is going to look top notch. Again, I think he has examples of the painted ones on his website, so check them out. And what else? Oh, okay, so another one. These are really cool models, are these trenches. This is from Printable Scenery. And these are really cool trenches. And you can see they're all modular. Put up this one. This one has a different scale. This one is what I printed for 28 millimeter. But you can kind of see how, you know, you can put your pieces together. Something like that. Yeah, it's not a very good trench, so you probably wouldn't make that. But you can kind of see how all the pieces fit together and make, you know, really cool trenches that you can fire out against. Again, those are 28 millimeter. I think this one is 34 millimeter. So you can see how that matches up there. Let me get another guy. I think here's a figure from the Conan game. I think he's 32 millimeters, so even he would be a little bit small. But you can see that would be pretty cool to have a set of trenches. You know, I know the game comes with some. I don't know how good they are. And this has also got pieces that are trenched on both sides. I don't have an example, but this particular one, you know, you can add your trenches to this side, you know, stuff like that, and just build out a totally modular set. They're really, really cool. I think that's all I had for you. You know, there's a ton of files and stuff out there. The three big names, I think, well, there's lots of files you can find on, but, you know, go to Thingiverse, search for the files there, printablescenery.com. They don't have any Star Wars specific stuff, but they do have stuff that works fine, like these trenches, like this sandworm thing. What else was there? This shield generator was Thingiverse. The escape pod was Thingiverse. The D9H or DF9, I'm sorry. And then the Imperial Terrain, David, I believe was his name, printing super cool models. Go support him. Go, you know, I love this kind of creativity within the community, and it's great. All right, so if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. If you have any questions about where I got the models or whatever, just let me know, and I'm happy to provide that.